Hi, it's Karen, and here I am in Sedona, and my cousin is working, and I'm here to go do a little bit of work at the yoga school and get some CEU credits. And when I drove into town and saw those red rocks, I got really emotional. And I just started crying because this is where I came after the first round of chemotherapy and the taste treatments. And now here I'm back again, and so much has passed. Well, you know, I hope you've watched my my video about journaling, because I do. And so I bring my journal with me. And so this is a journal this is one, the last 6 or 8 months, maybe 8 months. But I went through today and I ripped, or actually today and last night, I ripped out pages. And you know how I've told you that, you know, we've got to let go of the past and let go of some of the old stuff. And I've talked about that in my video on depression. But I thought I'd just kind of share some of my personal journey. So like this one, like I've got fear not. So this is Isaiah 43:5. Fear not, for I'm with you. I'm the Lord your God. And fear kind of can come into play when we're dealing with all this stuff. And so some of my old journal pages that I'm pulling out, some of them were fear, and I would just write my fears out. I mean, I would just write it out. I'd go, I'm really afraid, and I'm believing, you know, right now I'm just believing that something bad's gonna happen. Right now I'm really afraid that I won't be able to walk again because of the pain in my left foot. Right now I'm just really afraid that my husband's gonna get frustrated with me. Right now I believe that my kids are mad at me. I wrote this, I mean, here it is. My role is to take care of myself, remain calm, minimize my reactions, and settle in and do some writing. And that's when I get busy and write a blog. I just think when we're sick, I think we can allow fear, anytime though, even if we're not sick, but we can allow fear to overtake our lives. And I think by writing out our truth, please watch my video on writing the truth. When we write our truth out, it makes us aware of where our thought life is going. Then we can direct our thoughts. So I write it all down. And so I write, you know, I'm living in the now. God is always love. I write things like that. But then like here, I kind of wrote some of my suffering that I was going through. I was just very honest about my suffering. I'm not able to control some situations that I'm suffering. Well, I've gone through that situation. I may not be done with it yet. I may have to go through it again. But for now, for today, I'm through with that situation. So I'm gonna go have a little bonfire out in the desert. And that's just how I deal with things. So sometimes we have to write our truth out, and then we go have a little bonfire. Now some of this stuff I'm saving. This is about pain and the sciatic nerve. And I think sometimes some of these things need to be held on to. I believe in faith, hope, and love. I believe there's a positive direction to my life. Some of these things I want to hang on to. Some back strengthening yoga stuff that I want to do, some back strengthening yoga videos for you guys and show you how we can overcome, whether we've got sciatic pain or whether we've got neuropathy or we've got joint or ligament pain. I believe we can overcome it. I'm just not giving up. I'm just not going to give up. And I hope that you're enjoying my little videos. It takes a while for me to get settled down. I think I've got to get all my makeup on and do all this stuff and worry about the lighting. And you know, what it's really about is communicating and connecting with each other. And that's what it's all about. And that's what this video is going to be about, is connecting with you. I had written some stuff in here, and I went back and looked at it today. And you know, what does it mean to live with hepatitis C? What does it mean to live with liver disease? Again, I think the topic of this is, how can I write out what's going on in my life? How can I take my ideas and move them through the pages of a journal? So I write out my suffering. I write, right now I'm really afraid. I am so afraid that my caregivers are gonna get tired of messing with me. I'm afraid that my kids are gonna lose respect for me because I'm weak sometimes, or maybe I cry too much, or I'm afraid that sometimes I have to say no about things that people invite me to do. Will you come do this with me? Will you come do that with me? And if my body doesn't feel good, I don't go. And so I get afraid of that. So I just write it all out. So I write, I'm really afraid that right now I'm gonna experience rejection because my body doesn't feel good. I'm really afraid that my body's never going to feel better. And I just write it out. It's really humbling for me to say all these things out loud to you because I try so hard to be brave. It's even hard for me to look at the camera, if you haven't noticed. But I know who you are. If you're my readers, I know who my readers are, and I know that you're probably afraid too. I actually had a page marked, and now I can't find it because when I get to a good spot mentally, then I can, like here I've written about symptoms and how it impacts my life and what a burden it is. Well, I know that symptoms impact your life and that they're a burden for you too. And so we go through and we look at those. Okay, here it is. I've got another one on how I get stuck in the past. And sometimes I rehearse old storylines. I'm gonna stick my foot up here because sometimes my legs hurt and I just have to wiggle a lot. Sometimes my pain will get me stuck in the past and I'll think about an old story. So here was one, and I just wrote, I don't want to get stuck in the past anymore. And so I wrote it all out in my journal, and I'm going to keep this page. Now, all these other I can do, listening to the subtle parts of my body that are in pain and taking a breath and slowing down. And I hope that you guys have made some journals. I hope you've got a big old thing that you can go have a bonfire with too. I wish we could do all one together. But for now, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to just keep posting these videos because I'm getting good feedback. I'm getting good, quiet little emails. For those of you who are messaging me, I just want to say thank you. I'm glad it's helping you, and I love to hear from you. If you are watching this, I act all bold, but I'm kind of shy girl in a way. I'm the shy, nerdy one. And so if you would subscribe and like, because that'll make me feel a little bit more secure about what I'm doing with these YouTubes, and let me know who you are. I do get a chance to read a lot of emails, but the subscribes and likes make me feel good too. If you want to answer, I think I'd like to answer more of the YouTube comments, and that would be fun for me too. So I love you. I hope you enjoy the Red Rock view. I'm in the valley. Woohoo! I'm having so much fun staying here with my cuz. She works here, and so we've got really good space, and I get to come travel and be with my cousin, who's a super sweet Christian girl. And I love you. So my thing is Isaiah 43:5. Fear not, for I am with you. And so I hope you fear not today. I hope that your heart is filled with faith. Love you guys.